Welcome to Fright Night. For real.
Hey there everyone, this is Grave Cinema here, bringing you another review, reaction, / video, whatever you want to call these damn things, video.
This one's not a reaction.
Not an actual reaction, this is going to be a rewatch video. We've been doing like one of these a month now, just general rewatch, because it's a nice popular movie, and we just...
With the exception of our 100th video, which was also a rewatch, but that's because he's been dying to do Scream.
Yeah, but I've been doing at least one of those a month, because even though we've seen them before, I want to talk about them.
Scream was the extra.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a rewatch of
Fright
Night, and also the very special 4K Steelbook edition is what I got.
Get to see the not the Steelbook. I've seen this on the show.
The 4K.
For years. The 4K.
Yes, yeah. So whenever I get like a new 4K, I always want to watch it, and I want to do a review of the movie as well. And this is one of my favorites. I'm letting you know that. And I'm excited to rewatch this again with my roommate who's seen it. How many times have you seen this?
Well, every time's been with you, so 3 times?
Just 3 times.
Maybe?
I've seen it more than that.
Yeah, he has. To the point where he quotes it often.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch this again.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally see the 4K. Ever since we've seen the Addams Family 4K with the extended Mamushka scene, I have been excited to see every new 4K that has come out that's like re-digitalized something old. Remastered, whatever you know.
Rescan. Basically rescan the negative for better quality and resolution.
Regardless, it's fun to go look for the changes. Now, obviously, I don't know this as well as I know Addams Family since I can basically quote that in my sleep. But it's still fun.
Yeah, this one's really not going to have changes, but it is going to be better quality. It's very rare you get one that actually has an extended edition.
I'm not expecting extended edition scenes, but like you could see Gomez's suits better. You could see Wednesday's dresses better.
Morticia's dress is better. Yeah, the details and the quality of the image.
Right.
That's always nice to see.
That's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so you excited? You ready?
Yeah, do the thing.
All right.
I've been waiting for this.
Here we go. Once more. Fright Night.
It's so quiet, I feel like I should whisper.
Don't whisper.
This poor microphone can't pick up my whispers.
Arrgh.
Nice puppy.
I mean, that's just a great way to open up the movie with a full moon shot and then just the wolf howl. Fright Night.
It's beautiful.
Chris Sarandon.
Humperdinck.
Jack Skellington.
Roddy McDowall. R.I.P.
Your head on my breast.
It'd be really fun to have one of those little kids.
Stop! You creature of the night.
Is this an actual movie?
No.
My nightly feeding.
It's a movie in the movie.
Peter Vincent. Vampire. Killer.
There's takes backwards, dude.
Sure was. Turn into a bat, run away.
Bat! Written and directed by Tom Holland.
Peter Vincent's on.
Get Peter Vincent.
But you love him.
Man's got his priorities straight.
I started.
We've been going together almost a year, and all I ever hear is Charlie, stop it.
Careful, you don't want him to turn into Billy Loomis.
I'm just scared, that's all. Let's get into bed.
Can I take a nap?
You mean it?
Yes, they're gonna take a nap.
That's what I suspected.
Your girlfriend just offered you nookie, and you're focusing on a coffin.
The coffin's much more interesting right now.
It's a really pretty coffin, to be fair.
I'm ready.
Amy, you're not gonna believe this. There are 2 guys out in the yard, and I think they're carrying a coffin.
Do you want to make love or not?
Amy, quick, come here. You gotta see this.
First you want to make love and then you don't. Amy? Charlie? What's wrong? Well, good night, Charlie.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, Mrs. Brewster.
Had
Good
his
night,
priorities
Thanks for
in
helping
order.
Charlie with his homework.
Real life
See
coffin.
you tomorrow, Charlie.
Interesting.
Real life boobs.
Yeah, they'll be there tomorrow.
Will they? Because you treat her like that and they won't be.
Oh, it wasn't
She should understand him. Coffin will get his attention.
What new owner?
Didn't I tell you?
You push and you push and you push. She finally gives in, and then you're distracted by something. Now I'd be in the same shit. Treat him exactly the same as she did.
Hey, Amy. Amy! Buzz off, evil.
Mustang needs a paint job.
Have you seen the new guy next door yet?
No. My luck? Probably gay.
No, I don't think so. Look, I'm really sorry about the other night.
Oh, it was my fault, not yours.
No, it wasn't, baby.
What? I never want to fight with you again, okay?
The second victim, whose body
Being
was
able to go
found
to the
early this
lunchroom,
morning,
you're gonna
was
be
a
there?
known prostitute.
Charlie, are you listening to me?
Nope, he's distracted again.
This one I understand a little bit better. He literally saw her before she died. I would be freaked out too.
Murder. Second in 2 days. Both of them had their heads chopped off.
Hey!
Charlie?
Wasn't yours to smush.
It wasn't.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
Hey, kid!
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of rude to trying to break into somebody's basement.
Yeah. Nice doll. Titties. You got fangs. Saw you.
I mean, he was doing it in front of an open fucking window. Look at those perfectly manicured nails.
Got some vamp nails.
They're so long and they don't extend past his fingers.
Hey, guy,
Fangs.
who bought the house has fangs.
Oh, thanks. That's lovely, Charlie. Charlie?
So what to do? Runs outside. Where the vampire is.
Not thinking things through here.
Nope.
Killed her pretty quickly too there.
Well, how long do you take to eat your liquid meal?
I like to enjoy it, so I take my time.
You forgot something.
Charlie?
See, he eats an apple because he's a bad guy. Actually, no, it's because he wanted to have a vampire or a fruit bat type of thing. So that was a choice by Chris Sarandon. Supposedly.
Mom,
What's some bats do eat fruit? They're very cute. They're like giant sky foxes. And they're adorable.
He's a vampire.
He's a vampire.
A
Vampire!
A what?
A what?
Oh, what?
Vampire. Damn it, haven't you listened to anything I've said?
Charlie, you can't go to the police with a story like that. They'll lock you up.
All right, but I sure as hell am gonna tell them about the two women.
You sure about this now? Lieutenant, it's homicide. Mind if we come in? This is quite a place you have here.
Yeah, we're restoring it.
Where is Mr. Dandridge?
I saw him carry her body out in a plastic bag.
What do you
He
say to
saw
that,
her
Mr.
titties before that.
They're full of trash.
Amy?
Here, let me show you.
Of course.
Look, the bag I saw. Look, I can prove he's lying. Let's look in the basement instead.
What's down there, Charlie?
A coffin. That's what's down there, a coffin. I saw them carry it in.
I would have just said Mr. Dandridge.
I will find Jerry Dandridge in it, sleeping the sleep of the undead.
Ooh. What are you talking about?
He's a vampire.
Uh-oh. Come on. If I ever catch your ass down at the station house again, I'm throwing it in jail forever.
In hindsight, it was a really good way to cut the police out of the situation.
Yeah. Can't go to the cops now. They won't believe you.
Evil! I have a vampire living next door to me, and he's gonna kill me if I don't protect myself.
Start with this. You must have total faith in it for it to work. Oh, of course, there's holy water. Your best protection right now is that a vampire cannot enter your house without being invited by the rightful owner first.
Which his mother will do.
Sure about that?
Positive.
Because we have to show our child there's nothing to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the neighbor's cute.
That'll do it.
Shouldn't do that in case of a fire.
Right now, the vampire's more dangerous.
There's someone I'd like you to meet.
I wonder who.
This is our next door neighbor, Jerry Dandridge.
Plays synth.
Such long fingernails.
Hello, Charlie.
Don't be rude. Shake hands. I invited him over.
What's the matter, Charlie? Afraid I'd never come over without being invited first? You're right. Of course, now that I've been made welcome, I'll probably drop by quite a bit anytime I feel like it.
Hint, hint,
With your
nudge,
mother's
nudge. Double
time.
entendre!
Charlie, are you all right?
I just gotta get back to my trig. That's all.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. See ya soon.
Man. Wonder what you have to pay to have low-lying fog all the time.
That'd be great.
Right. Forget what happens here if he fucks with them or not.
He's in. He's in the closet. Yeah, he's behind you. Surprise!
So we wouldn't want to wake your mother, would we, Charlie? Then I'd have to kill her, too.
I feel like that would wake his mother.
Probably. It was pretty loud. He also took off the white vest he was wearing earlier when Mom introduced him. I noticed that.
Wouldn't you if you had a potential of getting blood on it?
Yeah. And also, I've looked at this closely for cosplay purposes.
Of course you
Do you
did.
realize how much trouble you've caused me? Telling policemen about me? You deserve to die, boy. To give you something I don't have. Choice. Forget about me, Charlie. And I'll forget about you. You say, Charlie.
I don't think you can say much right now. I'm kind of choking him.
Fool.
Oh, those nails didn't do shit. Stab him in the heart with a pencil. That'll do it.
I mean,
Just the way he spins around.
yeah, it's kind of as ridiculous as...
Yeah. Look at the nails. Got bigger. That's a great effect too. I mean, you can kill him and the mom. Don't have to run away.
Charlie, is that you?
Whoosh.
My door is stuck. Charlie.
Oh, nothing. I just had a nightmare.
No, do you want a Valium?
I'm fine now.
Do you want a Valium?
Oh, I do need my sleep.
I think of some nightmares I'd like to have a Valium after.
And look, she starts a night shift tomorrow. That'll get her out of the way. So we got the cops out of the way, and we got the mom now. Hello.
I know you're there, Charlie. I can see you.
That's a great sound.
What's the matter, Charlie? Scared? I just destroyed your car, Charlie. But that's nothing compared to what I'm gonna do to you tomorrow night.
There are a lot of people who do not believe in vampires. But I do.
He does.
I know they exist. I have always won.
Because it was in the script.
That is why the great vampire killer.
Go, Peter.
Love the scene in Dracula Dead and Loving It where he does the...
Oh my God!
And then...
But I think that's every time. Every time.
Best bit in the
I remember
movie.
seeing that scene as a child, and it just scarring me forever, and me thinking that's what every vampire movie was.
It was great.
It's wonderful.
Were you serious?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I have just been fired. Apparently all they want are demented madmen running around in ski masks, hacking up young virgins.
It's not bad.
I believe in vampires.
That's nice. If only there'd been a few more of you, perhaps my ratings would have been higher.
I have one living next door to me. Would you help me kill him?
Say what?
If this is your idea of a joke, I am not amused.
But Mr. Vincent, you have to believe me. You just said you believe in vampires.
I lied.
Hmm.
And if I don't get help, he's gonna kill me. Please, Mr. Vincent, wait!
He had no reason to think you weren't just a crazy teenager, buddy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well. That's a lot of candles.
I'm waiting for the guy he lives with to leave, and then I'm gonna go next door and find his coffin and pound this through his heart. You can't murder a vampire, Amy. I'm dead. What are we gonna do? This is just like Fright Night.
Apparently Charlie's a big Mustang fan. He's got like Mustang posters all over the walls and pictures.
Well, what happens if you go into that house alone and he gets you? Now, you promise you're not going to do anything till you hear from us, okay?
Take him with you.
You don't believe me, do you?
I love you, Charlie.
That's a no.
Doesn't matter, she's still fighting for him.
Yeah.
She's still willing to run to the only expert that she knows on the subject.
Yeah, that's an I care about you, but I don't fucking believe you, but I'm gonna try to help you as best I can. Oh look, he's got a notice of eviction.
Please. It's very important.
Come in.
Let me get ready.
An autograph, perhaps, or...
I'm afraid this is much more important.
What could be more important than my autograph?
Saving a
I
boy's
just
life.
love that line. What could be more important than my autograph? Just the way it's said.
Do you remember a fruitcake kid named Charley Brewster?
Yes, you know, he is insane.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he really does believe his next-door neighbor's a vampire, and he's planning to kill him.
Are you too serious? Oh, my dear. You see, Hollywood beckons. I have just been offered a starring role in a major film.
Bullshit.
And so you see...
I'll give you money.
How much?
I have a $500 savings bond.
I'll take it.
There you go.
Allows him to pay rent.
Of this delusion.
You performed some kind of vampire test on him to pronounce him human.
I'm afraid that crosses are out of question. You see, I've been reborn.
It's ordinary tap water. All he has to do is sip it.
That's when you sneakily give him actual holy water.
Well, yes.
Bam!
Yes, okay.
Problem solved.
That sounds fine. But,
Problem.
I mean, it's gonna burn him from the inside out and kill him.
to prove to him that I'm not a vampire.
Vampire.
Peter Vincent, vampire killer.
His hair's so
I cannot
dusted.
tell you how much I
Yeah,
appreciate this.
it's obvious, but it's part of the look.
Is the lair of the suspected creature of the night. Yes, I see what you mean. After all, I am here to protect you. I am Peter Vincent.
I'm Peter Vincent.
Hey, Jer! They're here.
Perhaps he didn't hear you.
Oh, he heard me, all right.
He's got super hearing.
And a dramatic edge flare.
And they have fixed up the place. Very nice window they have there.
Tends to get very colorful.
I've seen all of your films. Who are these two
Oh,
attractive young people?
attractive. Does she remind you of somebody there? Oh, there's the synth again. Ding, 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 ding. It's the 80s. We need synth. It's the law.
It's important.
Ding, 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 ding.
Charmed. Is that what vampires are supposed to do, Charlie? Please. As you may or may not know, Charlie even brought the police over a few days ago.
Charlie, you did.
And are you sure that this is holy water?
Nice fireplace.
If he's not a vampire, have him touch this.
Not the cross.
And you're finally convinced I'm not a vampire either.
He fucking saw you
Well,
vamp out.
I'm glad that's so.
And yeah, there's no not convincing him you're not. That's just the thing. You actually threatened him. Oh, what you gonna do here, Peter?
Let's get out of here.
Just a minute.
That goes for you too, Ed.
He doesn't have a reflection. He didn't have the reflection.
No, it's just my clumsiness. Thank you.
Saw something that convinced you he was a vampire.
Of course not. Please. Cast a reflection in my mirror. Satisfied now?
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Except for that.
No.
We saw the mirror piece.
Vampires don't exist. Forget it. You may be chicken shit, but I'm not.
What is his first name anyway?
What do we do?
He just calls him evil all the time.
I know, that's all he's known as. Let me see. Ed. Evil Ed.
Jesus, I warned him. Kill me, Charlie, before I turn into a vampire and give you a hickey.
He does make for a good douchey friend, though.
Mm-hmm.
There are no such things as vampires, fruitcake.
You sure about that? Got that synth going.
Good old synth.
That's that vampire synth. There's vampires vampiring about. Play the synth!
Nowadays it'd be EDM.
It's Jerry!
Surprise!
No matter how fast you run, he can walk faster.
Just like Jason!
There's the fog.
And have your own traveling low-lying fog.
Yeah, it's great.
How would you know? You don't have that. You would share. I know you.
Hello, Edward.
Surprise!
All you have to do is take my hand.
Join
Here,
me.
Edward.
Take my hand with the long fingernails.
Those prosthetics.
Yeah, they added definite prosthetics to make it longer. Let me cover you up in my trench as I suck you off.
It's not pervy
It
at
was
all.
just evil messing around again. Cut it out, evil!
Tell me this is a power outage.
No,
Well, what else
that
would
was
it be?
destroyed. He's a-coming. What are you gonna do about it, Chef?
Got a lot of shit.
Call a cop.
Who are you calling?
Police.
Hurry, there's a vampire out here. Let me in.
Shove it in there.
What are we going to do?
What are you gonna do? Not me. The great vampire killer. Me.
Burn, bitch! Yes, this is real. No reflection.
Back.
Back! Get in character, Peter.
Back. I say back.
I paid him to be there today.
Doesn't matter, Amy.
Gotta change to do the sexy dance.
Into the 80s sweater trend.
I love how Family Guy did a bit of a spoof of this with Meg and a cat.
This is fun, right? Whoa, did this just get super hot? Ow! I like ow.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah. But once that song was playing, we're like, I know what we're doing here. Ooh, he's stalking you, girly. I think he's giving her the sex eyes.
I think he's giving her the hypnotist eyes.
He's giving her the I'm gonna eat you eyes. And you're gonna like it. You're under his thrall.
Look, you gotta help us.
Totally hypnotized.
Would you go out onto the dance floor with a vampire to hypnotize you?
Would I have a choice if I were hypnotized?
No.
Exactly.
They're doing the slow, turny, sexy dance.
I sincerely hope that actress was at least 18, otherwise poor Chris Sarandon. That must have been so awkward.
She was that age. Yes, touch my ass. Yeah, you like it. Now I touch your ass. That's what they do in the dance floor, right?
Yes.
Just a lot of ass touching.
That's how that goes.
Yep. No sucky yet. I also like how her magically just kind of poofed up more here. Yep, no reflection.
I don't want to kill you, Charlie.
I want to play with you.
I want you to bring Peter Vincent to my house, just the two of you. If you ever want to see Amy, again.
Let her go! I got him. Come on. Mine.
You want chicken, man? You go someplace else.
Lost your girlfriend, your best friend.
Are you one of them?
What are you talking about?
Grab this.
No vampire.
It's a fair test.
Mm-hmm.
After, you know, the other one showed up.
What are you doing?
I'm leading.
He says he's gonna kill her unless we come to his house. Oh my god. Peter, it's just us.
That's a nice painting.
If we ever become stupid rich, we'll have paintings like that all over the house. Straight out of Scooby-Doo.
With a secret passage.
Duh.
To be there today.
You're Peter Vincent, the great vampire killer.
That is a character in a movie.
I'm terrified. If you don't help, Amy is gonna die. Me too, probably. Please, Peter.
It's a great dress he gives her, though.
Gotta get that synth going again.
Mm-hmm. It's important.
She's someone on you.
Don't speak. He's doing the sexy vampire thing. Yes. Show him your titties. Nom 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 nom.
You see, he eats cleanly.
Oh,
Mostly.
mostly. There's still some blood going. Good shot, though. She enjoying herself?
It sounds like it, but could be wrong. Could be a mix of the pleasure and the pain, and you can't tell which is which anymore.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
You don't like pain.
What? Let's get this third act started.
Peter Vincent, ready to do battle with the undead. He's from Orgy of the Damned.
What if he's not human?
He walks around in the daylight, doesn't he? Then he is human. Come on.
Werewolves walk around in the daylight.
Having second thoughts there?
Nothing at all.
Just the breeze and the slight fog.
Let's go around the back and sneak in.
He already knows you're coming.
Too late.
He was expecting you.
Peter Vincent, great vampire.
Yep, convince yourself.
I am Peter Vincent, the great vampire killer.
And I'm Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. Say the line, say the line.
Welcome to Fright Night.
You said the line.
For real.
Yo.
Amy?
Up here. All you have to do is get by me.
Cut this fucking head off!
Spawn of Satan.
Really? You have to have faith for this to work on me, Mr. Vincent.
Worked on the other one, though.
Maybe he's stronger.
I mean, definitely stronger. He's a master vampire.
He's old. Charlie's got faith.
Gonna make it?
You forgot about his familiar. Very Billy Stew shot. Obviously, they gay.
I would put...
There were gay undertones in the script, it was confirmed.
I was gonna say Pan.
Mrs. Brewster!
Well, yeah.
Mrs. Brewster.
Thank God the phone wires have been cut.
That is clearly fake-ass hair, dude.
Where is Charlie's mother?
Working the night shift, don't you remember? Oh,
He never knew that.
he never did.
Well, she's working nights. Dinner's in the oven.
How much scenery can you chew there?
Right, because that's the
He's the wolf now.
vampire thing where they can turn into wolves.
Slow motion. Got him.
Poor doggy.
It's not a doggy, it's a vampire.
I know.
It's changing back.
You aren't ever gonna get those stains out of the carpet.
Some nice practical effects work here. This is also the longest death scene ever.
Longer than Paul Rubens?
Probably. I mean, Paul Rubens, he hams it up, R.I.P. But this one is just... just for you to get the horror of the scene. Especially in Peter's eyes.
Crud Cutter will take that out after a while.
Here. You're gonna need it just before dawn.
What have you done to her?
What do you think?
Amy.
She a vampire. Compose yourself, Peter. Gather yourself. There's now a naked man in your house, Charlie. Who's been impaled. Now, how would you explain that, though? Because he kind of turned back into a human body there. He didn't go poof.
Peer pressure.
This is so great a shot. It's like the house is alive there.
We can only dream.
And he's scared shitless about it. But, you gotta build up that courage, Peter. Do what needs to be done.
Charlie.
I think she just opened her eyes.
Making a coffin for her.
Very thoughtful.
Let's get out of here. We can't. Look,
Something wrong?
We have a visitor.
You can hear them.
it's too late to save her.
Not if we kill Dandridge before dawn. Everything has been like it was in the movies.
Yeah, just like in the movies. The movies teach us everything about life. Her hair is growing longer now.
Like how to grow your hair overnight.
Stop, or I'll shoot.
Don't force me to shoot.
You're gonna have to shoot him.
Stop!
Not the cross. He's alive. He ain't dead.
He's not dead. Was he a golem or something?
That was my thinking, that he's a type of golem, not just strictly a familiar, since clearly...
Maybe he's a werewolf.
No.
Because that would require silver bullets.
No, because look how they kill him.
Oh, well, I guess so.
Like, he does get impaled and staked through the heart, right here, and this will kill him. But he's not strictly a vampire. But the way he's dying right here, with the goopiness and how he's melting, it does make me think he's like some type of creature.
Made of toads.
Yeah, like a golem. That's my thinking.
Loves the color green.
But it's great effect, them just melting like that. Oh, I love the practical effects here.
Mm-hmm.
CGI that, motherfuckers. Oh, look at that. Ah!
It's a great skull.
It is.
It's not your average skull.
Amy?
She's looking a little fangy there.
She's worse!
Awake!
I just want to know what voodoo he used to get her hair to grow that much.
You love me, Amy.
Kill for me.
both.
Bit hard to speak with the teeth in your mouth, ain't it? Getting a little lispy there. Both.
Going up there.
Think she's hungry?
Wouldn't you be if you were freshly turned?
Charlie!
You have to have faith.
The sun's coming up. I have the faith. This time is up.
Do you have enough clocks, my dude?
I know. It's like Doc Brown in Back to the Future, all them clocks.
You're out of time, Mr. Dandridge.
Getting into it there, Peter. Yes, Charlie, you can help. He's been bit. Stick it up in the sunlight.
It's gotta be down here somewhere.
I mean, what are basements for if you don't have a couple of coffins down there?
Amy, it's me.
I'm a sexy vampire now. I'm a blood-sucking fiend. Look at my outfit.
Oh.
Secret passage. Show us the poster face. Show us the poster face. Ah. Stick it through him, Peter. Kind of in the shoulder. It's not like pulling apart from the looks of it. I think we need to let the sunlight in. There you go. Of course, the sun is shining in through every angle, and not just one.
Do you know that's how mornings work?
Yeah.
Every angle!
No. You're not going in that coffin. One more. Here we go.
Pretty green fire!
Burn, bitch! And it exploded.
Explosion!
They did it.
They did it.
For sale.
Back one more with you.
He got his job back.
Upright.
Sure did.
Wonder how that happened.
I get the
Magic.
vampires rest for a little while. Right, Charlie?
He was talking to Charlie.
Beyond the grave, but from beyond the stars.
Yep. There were eyes. Eyes.
Nothing.
Now let's get to the fucking.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
And credits. This is another instance of having a theme song with the title. Because this is what movies need to have. Fright Night! Gotta love that 80s soundtrack. Alright, so that was Fright Night. The great vampire movie from 1985. And this was a 4K. Very, very cool. So, what are our thoughts on Fright Night?
I've always liked this one. It's one of the ones I could really actually tolerate pretty okay before we started watching a lot of horror movies. So it was a little more...
It's not an intense horror movie.
It's not an intense horror movie. Honestly, I put it more under the category of spooky than I do horror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Much more spooky vibes than horror vibes, but they're great vibes. Like, as a vampire movie, I think this is like the best vampire movie, and just concept alone. Vampire moves in next door. Oh no. What am I gonna do? I'll find a vampire killer, and it's just an actor pretending, and then he has to step into the role, which is fantastic. Roddy McDowall was great in that role. And yeah, it's a solid concept, and essentially all the Fright Night movies pretty much are the same, which is why I like all of them. Fright Night Part 2, Fright Night Remake, and Fright Night 2 New Blood, which is also kind of a remake of 1 and the remake, even though it's a 2. But still, it's got that concept, which is very solid. And, there's a vampire that moved in next door. We gotta kill this bitch.
Does anybody come back for the sequels?
Yes. In the sequel to this, you do get Charley back and Peter Vincent back. He gets a new girlfriend by then.
Does he get a new neighbor by then?
I'm not gonna spoil that movie for you.
Okay.
But there is another vampire they
Someday
encounter
we'll
in that
see it.
movie, because it's a part 2.
It obviously isn't Chris Sarandon, because he's dead now.
That's true. We saw him explode. Usually when you explode, you're fucking dead.
I mean, usually.
It's a thing, you know? But yeah, that's some great effect work they had in this. Practical effects were nice, especially when they killed Billy, the familiar golem type creature, whatever the hell he was, but just how he melts and such. And like you get the goo and the sand, then the skeleton, and then just a skull.
You gotta have practical effects. It's the 80s.
Well,
They
it's
weren't
not like
really
they had
doing-
anything else.
I was gonna say, they weren't really doing much in CGI yet.
Very minimal stuff, early stages. So it was all still mostly practical effects work at that time, and it looked good. Like, you had the little vampire bat when Jerry turned into it at the end there, and you have this very long sequence when Evil Ed supposedly dies and is staked, and he's just slowly turning back into a human from like a wolf form. Yeah, yes, Raven, that was amazing, wasn't it? She knows we're done now. She's like, now pet me. But yeah, just some great effect works in this.
No, we are quiet.
Unless you have thoughts on Fright Night. Do you have thoughts on Fright Night?
Doesn't know what thoughts are.
She was just lying down sleeping throughout most of it. Now she's like, oh, it's over. Good. Pet me. I know. Let us review it, though.
Also, that house. First of all, that house would have never been in that area, but what a wonderful house.
I know. I love the setting of the window, especially up the staircase. It just created great composition shots.
I think that's a Victorian thing, because if you recall, they had the same thing in Dark Shadows.
Yes, they did.
Bit grander, but...
But yeah, some just great shots there, especially with Jerry on the staircase, and then he comes in through, and then the sun starts to rise behind it, and you see the light change. I thought that was very cool.
Very cool. Also, it just makes for a good setting. I mean, the house itself just speaks of old money. And then you have Chris Sarandon and Familiar come in, and it's like, well, they've been partnered up for a long while. Because he has got that story down to the officer. Ha 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 ha, vampire, right?
Yeah, nobody believes in vampires. Yet we're still gonna kill our neighbors mysteriously, so...
Yep. Oh no, I think this is a great movie, especially if you're just getting into horror and you're looking for a good gateway movie. This is like the perfect gateway movie.
Yeah, I remember seeing this back in the day on, like, I think it was like Comedy Central or something, or maybe not Comedy Central. What? Raven, you're moving the camera.
Raven! Lay down!
She don't care. But it was, maybe it was USA? I don't know. It was a cable channel, and it was playing back in the day, and that's when I first saw it. And
Thank you, baby.
And I liked it. Even then, I'm like, you know what? This is really cool. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's not a movie that I get all like overly excited for. Like, yeah, it's Fright Night. It's more like a yay, it's Fright Night. That's a goodie.
For me, it's like, fuck yeah, Fright Night.
Well, see, if I'm choosing between Fright Night and Van Helsing, I'm gonna choose Van Helsing.
Ooh, that's a hot take there.
I mean, Fright Night is good, but Van Helsing is what I grew up with. So
you grew up with it, and it does have its fun qualities, but the story. If Fright Night is much more solid of a story.
I didn't say it wasn't solid.
And
I said it was fun.
It's better, and it's strictly vampires. Whereas with Van Helsing, you get more than just vampires.
Exactly.
You know, but I like Van Helsing, but at the same time, I'm like when I'm watching, like, this could have been so much better than it is. It's okay, not enjoyable, but it could have been better. There's not much I feel like that they could have done better.
And the best part is that they followed the KISS method. They just kept it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
And it worked.
Yep.
It was very simple, it was very straightforward, it was very easy. But that's what made it so good. Is that it was uncomplicated.
Yeah.
He didn't need to explain the backstory of the portrait of the girl that looked just like Amy.
You kind of already figured out yourself. You're like, oh, somebody in the past, yeah, because that's kind of a trope in and of itself. You've seen things similar to that before. So it's like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. But whatever, just get on with it.
Yeah, it would be creepy.
Get to the sucky.
If he had one painted of her after seeing her, like he was some kind of stalker that he must have her. But having her look like a former, what I'm guessing is a former lover of his.
Yeah. He's a centuries-old vampire, too. They don't care if they're creepy or not. They're apex predators. We're all playthings to them in their point of view.
Well, that's true.
They don't live by the rules of man, because they are not man. They are above man in their eyes. You can see that just especially in the nightclub sequence when they're dancing. He's just like totally in control there. He's like, I can do whatever I want to you. You are mine now. You are under my thrall.
Yeah, pretty much. That is exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to a T. And while I think Chris Sarandon probably does have that power over some women, he doesn't have quite that much power.
Not quite.
No.
But that still, it's just a great sequence when they get to the nightclub and the 80s music and then the dancing and then he's turning on the sexiness.
The stuff start to work because it breaks for a little bit. And Charlie's able to whisk her away a bit. But then he just comes back in and all he has to do, like in Once Bitten, and make eye contact and she does whatever he wants again.
Didn't even have to wave his hand like Dracula. He's just like...
He's evolved past that. Doesn't need a wand to cast his magic, Harry.
Yeah. And he has a very interesting wardrobe throughout this movie. Not one you typically see from the bloodsucking fiend crowd. It's more like snooty upper class type of wardrobe vibes. Like the turtlenecks and then the scarves and just the long gray trench coat. It's not very common an image you see with vampires. Mostly it's like all dark or maybe punkish or whatnot or gothy.
Bachelor teacher vibe.
Yeah, I could see that.
With his wardrobe. Yeah. He knows how to dress within the style, within the culture, which means that he probably has or had whatever multiple wardrobes that he wore to things.
Probably. I mean, you live long enough, you gotta keep buying more clothing because eventually it does deteriorate, so.
Yeah. But.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nope, that's it. He had that typical 80s wardrobe. My ex used to dress like that all the time.
Really?
Rick. He used to wear sweaters like that all the time.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not very much of a sweater... Well, I'm not a turtleneck guy. Sometimes I'll wear...
You didn't see a turtleneck in this.
He was wearing a turtleneck. When they first go to him to prove that he's a vampire with the holy water, he is wearing a white turtleneck.
Oh, yes, he is. You're right.
There you go.
You're right. Yeah, no, you're not a turtleneck guy.
Which is odd. Maybe because they want to keep it in a style so they can cover up when they bite people in the necks, but I don't know.
It's a big 80s thing. That was
Probably.
an 80s
style. Okay.
Yeah, they were just following the 80s style, and he's the 80s style guy who is trendy. He wears fashionable clothes, but not, like, too fashionable. He's not going to follow the popular trends. He's going to kind of stay to the outskirts of that, but still look normal in polite society.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's all I have for you. Also, that sweater he wore to the club with the slacks he was wearing.
Yeah, and then when it's kind of a lower cut sweater, just showing off the neck.
I would put that with jeans, not with suit pants.
He was in a hurry. It's probably what he had underneath there.
I'm sure. It still didn't look
He's like, oh, shit, we're going to the dance floor. I need to put on the sexy, slutty sweater real quick. Here's my slutty sweater. Look at my neck. My collarbones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we seduce you. And then we grab your ass, and you grab my ass. So that's what you do in the dance floor. You just ass grab.
So that was very 80s as well. And honestly, for me, it's a bit awkward because he's basically... That was basically foreplay.
Basically.
I don't know. It was weird for me.
He's being a total predator in that moment.
He is, and he's being what the 80s would have considered completely romantic. But for me, that does not get me. You know?
He is vampire. He has you in thrall.
Good luck.
Thrall. You were thralled.
Mm-hmm.
You were thralled by Jerry and the sexy and the sweater and... He's thralling you.
Is he?
Yes, he's thralling you.
He's not here.
But if he was, that's what would happen. He'd thrall you.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because it's in the script. That's why he thralled her.
Only if my name is Amy and it's not.
No, Tracy, it's not.
No.
No.
I have never been mistaken for an Amy.
No.
Okay, well that's actually a lie. But to be fair, the person who mistook me for an Amy actually called Amy Mom, so it doesn't count. I look a lot like the other dame in the company. We both have red hair. It was about the same length.
I
Her
see.
son from a distance
Okay.
could not tell that I was not his mom. When he walked up, I smiled. I'm like, your mom's over there, buddy, because I could just see it on his face. And he's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. So, all in all, what are our final thoughts on Fright Night?
Final thoughts are this is always a good movie when you're looking for that spooky vibe, especially if you're missing the fall and that Halloween time, even though it doesn't take place at Halloween. It's a good all-around, anytime spooky movie that has a great soundtrack, a very simple storyline, but that's what makes it so nice.
Yeah, I watch at least once or twice a year. It's just...
I put
it's
it in
great
there
to
with,
watch
like,
for me, whenever.
Addams Family and Beetlejuice, and I think we just had Lightning. Sorry, I saw a flash of light back there. And just movies like that. They're a little more tame, and this is definitely a little bit like one step up from them. But when you're looking for that spooky movie, I put it right with Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Sleepy Hollow for me is a comfort movie just because.
Yeah, and this is a
fun.
comfort movie for me.
And this is not a bad comfort movie. You live for you love the 80s. When
And
it
I love
comes to things like
vampires
that.
too,
I mean, you
so
do
it just
too.
fits for me.
And I like old legends, which is why I love Sleepy Hollow. But this falls under the same category of a good comfort movie that's about that level. It's not too scary, but it's not boring.
Oh no.
You know? And it's not cheesy. It's slightly campy, but it's only slightly campy. And that's at the very end when you're looking at the very obviously fake mouths. And that's it. Everything else, it's top of the line. It's very well written. I think I said before, it's got a good soundtrack to it. And I think that helps make it exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very good, I need something spooky, I need it right now, and I need to make sure I don't have nightmares kind of movie.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get nightmares, but yeah.
Yeah, I have a select few VHSs that I've been collecting just because I'm that bitch. And upstairs in the bed, I got Fright Night as well. So if I need just something comforting, I'll just stick that in its low quality 4x3.
He also has Abbott and Costello.
Letterboxd version. Not letterboxd, but just pan and scan version of Fright Night, whatever. It'll make me feel nostalgic and
It's the
comforted.
kind of movie that you put on to have in the background, like the guy at the beginning puts on to have in the background with
Peter Vincent.
Peter Vincent, sorry. He's a knockoff Vincent Price, and I just want to jump into Vincent Price.
He's probably inspired by Vincent Price for the name of that.
If I was looking for a good spooky movie marathon, I think I would probably put this with Beetlejuice, with Sleepy Hollow, and then House on Haunted Hill, the original. Because I like Vincent Price.
That's a good day of watching movies, I feel.
It's something that I would put on in the background to do housework.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I just have spooky everywhere, and I'm one of those bougie ones that lights the fall candle.
Yeah, especially for fall, because it's almost October now as you're watching this, and that's the best season. October, Halloween, it's not a day, it's a season.
It's an all-year thing in this house.
It's a lifestyle for some.
Definitely.
But most definitely a season for the right people.
And that's definitely a very good way to get into that spooky season is coming kind of thing. Ah, Precious.
Yes. Precious?
Like, I like to... Holly will put on Sleepy Hollow while she's cutting up pumpkins for pumpkin pie. And that definitely gets me in the Halloween spooky mood. But I would follow it up happily with something like this. And then just a few of the other spooky movies that I like. Before getting into the ones that really are about Halloween. Because Sleepy Hollow never mentions Halloween.
No.
Which is surprising considering there's a jack-o'-lantern involved. But, and none of the movies I mentioned mention Halloween.
Sometimes you don't need to be around Halloween to be spooky.
You don't, which is why this is a good all year long movie.
It is.
Any time of the year.
Yes, it is.
Right? Right, my little hellhound? Yes.
Yep.
She agrees.
Definite 4 out of 4 movie for me.
I know, baby. Precious.
Yeah, so that was Fright Night. That was our rewatch and review. We have new videos every Tuesday.
Sometimes on Fridays.
Sometimes on Fridays. In October, we're going to have a whole fuck ton of
Beware to be overloaded because stuff.
It's the season, as we mentioned, so
the
we have a
season
lot
to
we want to get through for that. And if you want to see some of those a bit sooner than on YouTube, we do have a Patreon. If you subscribe to a certain level, you can be able to watch those because they go up there first before we publish them on YouTube. So if you can't afford to give us a little bit of that coin, you can just wait on the YouTube.
We really don't.
You can support us by
We love
liking
anything.
and commenting on our videos especially. We like to hear your thoughts on these movies as well. Or
And trivia.
Any random trivia you may know that I may not know.
Which, honestly, for
Yeah.
rewatch movies, you're going to be hard-pressed to find trivia that he doesn't know, so good luck, and if
tend
you
to be ones
do,
I love and I read a lot
bravo.
about. So, but yeah, I love any thoughts you may have or any, opinions or thoughts on stuff you may want us to watch in the future. I do think about it
He
whenever I
does
see something.
listen to them. He doesn't always put them right in.
Thing is, there's a lot of things to watch, and there's
Right.
always something new being made. But we try to do what we feel is fun and cool.
And if people mention it
So.
frequently, it does stick out and sometimes ends up in a poll or something like that.
Yeah, we do have polls. So if you subscribe as well, you can vote on our polls for what you want us to watch. So there's that. So, yes, Roo! She's like, give me love now. Finish this thing up. So, thank you for watching, and we hope to have you for the next video. All right? Until then,
Stay spooky.
all right, bye.
Maybe don't watch your neighbors that closely.
Unless there's a naked prostitute. Titties.
Right, but if you witness a murder, maybe don't let them know that you saw that.
Maybe not.
Just a thought,
Just a
you
thought.
know.
All right, bye.